was a pregnancy scare. She told me she was gonna keep it. A one-night stand that I met at the club. You can't even control your dick size. You're competing globally now. You're competing against guys all the way across the world. I cared too much. Like, I thought that's what women wanted. I couldn't provide for her the way I wanted to as a man, and that made me feel some type of way. I just know I can't afford her. I just know I don't have the car to go pick her up. During the relationship, I realized that I made a mistake. I made a mistake because YouTube, what's going on? Self-made Drew here. Today I got a video for y'all. What I wish I knew sooner about women, right? And one of the first things I really had to sit down and take a look at, it wasn't the girls, it wasn't the lower my standards. One of the first things I had to sit down and look at was my own self. I had to sit down and take a look at myself and change something about me. Because as a man, it's always your responsibility to blame yourself and make yourself the problem. If something's wrong, it's your fault. So one of the first things I did was I looked at myself and I decided that I needed to go hard. I needed to 10x in looks maxing. And if you guys don't know what looks maxing is, it's essentially how it sounds. It's maxing out the way you look. So I had to take a step and I had to really look at myself. What are some of the things that I could control? What are some of the things that I could change? And the first thing I looked at was my body, right? I still look like a little fucking kid. One of the best things I ever decided to do was to go to the gym. That was my number one thing. That was the thing that was gonna change me, and I knew it. So I went and I got a gym membership. Guys, women love a guy who's in shape. They love a man who takes care of himself. They love a man who's fit, who's in shape, who doesn't look like a pushover. And it's just nature. Being bigger, it gets you more respect from not only guys, but especially from women. So I went to the gym. I got a gym membership and I got my ass in the fucking gym. That's one of the best things I could have ever done. Monday, chest. Tuesday, back. Wednesday's cardio. You gotta stay fit, you gotta stay lean. Women love that. Then you go to Thursdays. Thursdays is shoulders, okay? After that, you got legs. Do not skip legs. Legs boost your testosterone. Legs is one of the best things you could do. Stop letting other people tell you shit in your own head. Go and hit legs. To finish off the week, we're gonna hit some arms. Arms is perfect. Arms and abs, because again, these are some things that women really like. Your arms, you need to hit your arms. And another thing I did is I changed my diet. Guys, I already understand how to work out. I played sports. I already know how to eat well. I already know all these things, but I took it to a whole nother level. There's always levels that you could bring yourself up to. There's always something you could do. Don't think that you already got it. Don't think that you're a master or something. There's always something that you can learn. So with nutrition, I dialed the fuck in. I downloaded the MyFitness app. I started tracking my macros. I took everything 10x. I fully maximize myself. That's why it's called looks maxing, okay? Tracked all my calories. Chat GBT if you really don't understand, but I tracked all the macros that I needed for my specific body type. My specific body type that I really like going is that lean, muscular look. This is the look that women like, y'all. It's like that lean, the superhero look. Women like that. Is it the hardest body type to have? Yes, but it's possible. You want to know how I know it's possible? Because I have it. That's how I know it's possible. All right, the next thing that we can work on is fashion, guys. You need to start putting that shit on. You don't have to do too much, okay? You really don't have to do too much, but you guys are dirty. Go buy some white and black tees. It's not that hard. It's super. You guys are putting on shirts with barbecue stains on it. God damn, I wouldn't want to be with y'all either. You guys are, oh my gosh. I would not want to be with you guys either. I'm being so transparent. I would not want to be with y'all. It's not that hard. Go invest into yourself a little bit. They have cheap shoes. They have white and black t-shirts. They have these things. These things are so simple. Go buy some new sweatpants. You can wear sweatpants anywhere. Go buy one pair of jeans. It's not that complicated. You start there. You start to see progress. You start to see success. And then you start building up from there. Okay, I'm not telling you guys to go put on a rock star outfit. No, not a Balenciaga shoes. Like, no, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do it. I went so long before I started experimenting with my real style, and I still pulled women. I still did these things. My real outfit is a shorts and no shirt, so I really don't even need this. This is just the icing on the cake, and I'm trying to give you guys a little more game too, but that's besides the point. That's why we're here. We're working on ourselves and we're trying to make ourselves better. So you guys came to the right place. Congratulations. This might be one of the best decisions you made in a really long time. And if I could really think about something else that really changed me is, bro, get a haircut. Please get a haircut. Please do your hair. Grow the beard out. I know some people might say things, it might be a hit or miss type of topic, but grow the beard out. The beard is literally going to change things. And the best thing about a beard is, if you already don't have like that aesthetically square face, then you could start shaping it. You could start, you know, cutting it, trimming it to a certain way that you like, that gives you a more aesthetic look. Like, and it makes you look older. Why do you want to look like a little kid still? It's time to grow up. Looking like a little kid is, it's not cool. It's not something you want to do forever, right? Like, if you're not in high school anymore, grow the beard out. Go try something different. Go out into public, see if you get stared at more, see if you pull more, see if you get more phone numbers, and if it works, thank me later. And lastly, guys, when it comes to look, your teeth, whiten your teeth. This is so essential. You're gonna feel more confident, you're gonna want to smile more, and if your teeth are crooked and it's not that bad, just whiten it, you could deal with it. But I do recommend finding a way to straighten your teeth, whiten your teeth. These things are just gonna take you a whole nother way. Brush your teeth 2 times a day. Guys, I'm telling you, women can smell your breath. I can smell your breath. So please take care of yourself. All of these things matter, guys. All of these things matter. Not one topic here doesn't matter more than the other. It's the combined totality of everything that is going to propel you into a whole nother level. You're competing globally now. You're competing against guys all the way across the world. So if you're not already in that top gifted upper echelon of guys, you need to go out and you need to do better. Okay? It's that simple. And going off the point I made earlier about everything mattering, accessories too, jewelry, right? Earrings, right? Tattoos, right? All these things are kind of accessories that could be added on to who you are, and it's just gonna add that extra effect, because again, we are trying to maximize everything that we can to increase our odds. I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys. To be quite frank with you, you guys aren't doing enough, and that's the problem. You guys can't even control what you can't control. Right? So that's what you need to do. You need to control the things that you can control. You can't control your height. Okay. You can't control your skin color. Okay, that's fair. You can't even control your dick size. But guess what? When you go up and you have the confidence to approach that girl, you're going to go from 5'8" to 6'5". I promise you. She's not going to be able to notice your height when you're saying the right things, when you're confident in her presence, when she feels comfortable around you, protected around you. She's not going to care about how tall you are. I promise you. She's not. Skin color. Why is this even a thing? I can make every color look good, whether you're black, white, orange. If you're 2 colors at the same time, it all makes you unique. That's what makes you you. That's what can make you excel in any type of area, is who you are. And once you face who you are and you make who you are cool, then that's the best thing about you. That's what makes you so unique. That's what separates you from everybody else, right? And your size down there, if it's not big, you're kind of fucked. Yeah, there's really nothing you could do. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, if your size isn't exactly the size that you want it to be, then okay, there's so many things that you could work on. We could work on everything else around that, right? We can arouse her before we even get her in bed. We could say the right things during dinner, right? We could foreplay. We're gonna get her comfortable. So we're gonna get her already sexually attracted to you. So when you get to that point, it doesn't matter how big your shit is, because she wants it so bad that it doesn't fucking matter. You could solve any problem. There is no problem that is too big to be fixed. So yeah, I get it. You might not be the best in every single area, but that doesn't mean you can't maximize who you are with these simple adjustments. All right, another point that I have: purse first, ass last. What does that mean? That means put your purpose before you put distractions, right? Before you go out and you sleep with this woman, you better get something out of it, or you better be on your purpose. That's what that means, right? Purse first, ass last. And quite frankly, this could be the hardest for you guys, and I know this could be the hardest for you guys, because you guys have never been put in a situation where you needed to be the guy that you need to be, or maybe you have, and that's why you're here right now. Look, the reason that I say put your purpose first and to go try and be the man that you're supposed to be is because I've been put in situations. With my last girlfriend, I was put in situations to where I couldn't take care of her. I couldn't provide for her the way I wanted to as a man, and that made me feel less than. That made me feel some type of way, and I don't want you guys to have to go through that. Look, we were going through a situation, and I knew I shouldn't have had a girlfriend, but I decided to go for it anyways. I knew I was not in the position to have a girlfriend, but I decided to go for it anyways because I liked her that much. But during the relationship, I realized that I made a mistake. I made a mistake because there were so many situations where she looked to me for financial help. For example, she wanted her hair done, She wanted her nails done because all of her friends had that. And as a man, that is your duty to help and take care of the little things like that and to spoil what's yours, right? But I was never able to do that. I brought her around my friends and family not looking the way that I knew she could have looked at. I let her go outside and try and make things happen and do her hair at home. I had her looking a certain way, and I gave her a reputation of not being the prettiest woman that I've ever seen because I wasn't where I was supposed to be. I couldn't do and take care of her the way I wanted to take care of her. I introduced her to my mom looking a way that I never really wanted her to be seen. I introduced her to my friends the same way, and to this day people even look at me kind of crazy for that. Even when we went outside, I could kind of just tell off her energy, and she never told me anything. She never told me to go do this for her and do that for her. She never told me, she never complained, not one time. But every time we would go out, all of her friends are just trying their hardest, you know, to look good, look their best. And then there's my girlfriend out here. I could just tell on her face that she wasn't able to express the beauty that I seen in her. You know, the standard was lower. I could not take care of her the way I wanted to, and that always bugged me. It was always something that pissed me off, and I don't want you guys to go through that same situation. So I vowed to never do it again. I vowed that the next girl that I get, I'm going to take care of her. The next girlfriend that I get is going to get anything that she ever wanted, because I never want to feel that way again. And to a sense, I always thought that she could do better. I always thought that she could find somebody who could really do all these things for her. But the fact that she's even choosing to stay with me while I try and sort it out made me feel even fucking worse. Okay, it made me feel even worse. So never again, guys. Put yourself in a position before you go get distracted, okay? I can even attest to this right now. I have a chick that I want so bad, and she wants me just as bad. I just know I can't afford her. I just know I don't have the car to go pick her up, and I just know I'd be setting myself up for failure because I'm not in the position that I need to be. And she's still calling, she's still texting, and she, at this point, she must think I'm weird or something, because there's no way I wouldn't want to link with her. It just doesn't make sense. And I'm out here taking excuses out of my ass, telling her to wait, making her wait for me to get my shit together. So again, purse first, ass last. And the worst part about everything is how we met. How we met was we met at my old job. And for those of you who don't know, I used to work at a luxury car dealership, right? So when we met, she saw me around all these cars. She thought I was getting paid. She thought I was really like that. Just for her to not even know that I'm secretly financially below the standard type of guy right now. And it's just the worst feeling ever, knowing that you could have anything you want. It's right there. It's within your grasp, and the only thing stopping you is not another person, it's not a mountain, it's not a wall. There's nothing there but you. You're the thing holding yourself back. So that's why I preach so much. You guys need to practice your purpose. You guys need to put your purpose over all distractions. Not too long ago too, right, I ran into a situation, and it was a pregnancy scare. And basically during the pregnancy scare, she told me she was gonna keep it. So I spent at least a week bedridden, sick, because I was about to be a father to a girl that I had just met. I was about to be a father to a one-night stand that I met at the club. I was about to be the story that you heard a million times. I was about to be the father to a woman that I just met, a woman that I didn't like, a woman that I wouldn't even necessarily be, and I know it sounds messed up, a woman that I wouldn't even be too proud to introduce to my friends, to introduce to my family. But it happened, and fuck, I gotta give my shoulder a break. I just hit shoulder, so my shit is dying right now. But that's besides the point. Okay, so where was I at? Oh yeah, the pregnancy scare. Basically, I had the whole script written out. I had how I was gonna tell my mom, how I was gonna tell my friends, all of that, right? And let me tell you right now, this is some of the worst feelings I ever had, some of the worst game planning I've ever had. But the time came where I was finally, you know, I was about to tell somebody about it. I was ready to accept what was going on and tell them. By the grace of God, you know, nothing happened. But again, what would have been so difficult, even more difficult than having to tell my mom that I'm having a kid with a woman that I don't even know at all, would it have been that I'm not in the position to have a child. I'm not in the position to be a father. Like, yes, mentally I'm there, physically I'm there, and I'm gonna be where I need to be with time. But right now, And what to have a child and have them grow up through struggle, have them have a life that I had growing up, to where I wanted things and I wasn't able to get those things, right? To have a child in a split household with a woman that I don't even find attractive, you know, it just would have been a mess. It would have been terrible. And it's not what I want for me, and not saying that it wouldn't have been a blessing in disguise, but I'm working now to get to the position so I never have to deal with something like that again. To where if a situation like that does arise again, which, you know, the Lord willing it doesn't, but if it does happen, I'll be ready. I'll be the man that I said I was going to be for once and for all. And lastly, y'all, what I wish I knew about women sooner was, you have to act like you don't give a fuck, right? You have to act like you don't care. And the funny thing is, when you get enough experience, you might actually stop caring. But in the meantime, this is for the guys who don't really understand that. This is for the guys who just care a little too much. You guys need to understand that these women don't want somebody who's head over heels for somebody. Because if you're head over heels for them, how is the relationship gonna progress? How is the relationship gonna get better? She wants somebody that she can chase. And I'm not saying that negatively. I'm saying that you need to be the role model. You need to be somebody that she could look up to. You need to be somebody that she could ask advice for. You need to be somebody that's killing it, because that's just gonna motivate her to want to go and do the right thing. That's gonna motivate her to go start a business, you know, because she looks up to you. Like, I remember when I was younger, right? I think this is like one of my first official girlfriends, and she just, I don't know, like, she just wouldn't listen. She wouldn't really do the things that I wanted her to do, and I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. So I remember one time I hung out with her best friend, who was also, you know, a mutual, and I just remember asking her, like, why does she even like me? Why is she so combative? Like, I don't really understand. Like, I give her all of this. I give her all this attention. I'm always, you know, we're young, so kissing was a big thing. And I just remember thinking, why doesn't she want to give me what I want? Why is she so combative? I give her all this attention. You know, I care about her. I'm always talking about her. I'm kissing her all the time. I'm at her house all the time, literally after school every single day. I would show up to her house, and what they didn't want to tell me was that I liked her too much. I cared too much. I gave her too much of myself, and there was nothing else to conquer. Like, there was nothing else to me, because I was leaving it all on the table. I wasn't leaving her any room, any breathing room, any room to do things for herself. Like, I just always wanted to be there. And I remember sitting in the car, and we were with their mom too, and they kind of just looked at each other, and I could tell they didn't really want to say it, but they essentially said that I like her too much, and they just left it at that. And I remember the whole car ride to where we were going, the whole car ride home, I just had this thought sitting in the back of my head, like, that can't be it. I like her too much. And I just kept saying it over and over, I like her too much. And I just remember thinking about it the whole time. Like, I thought that's what women wanted. I thought they wanted to be showered with love, right? Wrong. Now that I'm older, now that I have a lot more successful experience with women, I understand that I was so wrong. I was so wrong. You have to focus on yourself. You have to put your purpose first. And it took me years to understand this. And this is what I keep trying to tell you guys. This is why I keep trying to tell you guys, you need to trust me. You need to listen to me. I have video proof, but nothing can really, I can't really show you my life. I can't really show you how things have gone and the things that I've seen. But when I'm sitting here trying to explain it to you guys just need to trust me, man. Especially if you don't have success with women, with your purpose. These are things that you need to focus on, and it might be uncomfortable at first. I understand. It might be weird, like, and it might take time. Everybody wants a quick fix, but trust me, women have guys flirting with them all the fucking time, talking to them all the fucking time, and it's important that you just work on yourself and you stand out from the crowd, because you're not that smart. Women will sniff this shit out so fast. Women are being hollered at, and they've had so many situationships that they could sniff you out so fast because you're a fucking dumbass. And these women, they know. They're not that stupid, bro. You're stupid. So now that I do hot and cold, and now that I learned to pull back a little more, I've just seen results that pretty much grant me what I want, because I'm no longer chasing. I'm giving them something to chase. And that's okay for both sides. Because no woman wants someone that they don't respect. Women want somebody they respect and look up to, almost like a father or a big brother role. So this is really gonna give you that edge, because now she's seeking for approval, she's seeking for validation, and that's gonna separate you from all the other guys who are constantly trying to get at her, who are constantly chasing her, who are constantly trying to get her attention, because now you're just one of those other guys. So when you're out here and you're not paying her any mind, she's going to look at you. She is going to want you. The goal isn't to try and change women. The goal isn't to try and hate women. Something that I learned is that you have to look within yourself. You have to change yourself. You have to change your mindset for this shit. Women are hypergamous by nature. Women are naturally going to want to select the best option for them. Don't you want that too, though? Isn't that what you want? Don't you want the best option for you? Don't you want the most beautiful looking woman? So why wouldn't a woman want the best option for her as well? It's been like this since the beginning of time. So the same way you want the best for you, the same way you want a feminine woman, an inspirational woman, it's only fair that they want a man of high value as well. What I wish I knew sooner about women is really what I wish I knew sooner about me.